Good morning, children. Today we are going to continue on chapter number 2, fractions. Children, so far we have done lots of things in fractions. We have worked about what are the different kind of fractions. We have also studied how to add fractions, how to subtract fractions, how to compare fractions. We learned how to convert unlike fractions into like fractions before doing all these operations. Today we are going to learn multiplication of fractions. All right. Now, children, remember what was the rule for addition? For addition, we were supposed to convert unlike fractions into like fractions and then only we were allowed to add them. But here in multiplication, the multiplication is really very simple. All you need to know is how to cancel out the things. Okay. Now, let's start. Multiplication of fractions. Suppose you have two fractions a by b multiplied by c by d. Here you are not going to be concerned with the denominators, whether they are same or not, whether you are supposed to convert them into like fractions or not. You'll simply multiply the numerators and the denominators. So product of two fractions is always going to be product of numerators and product of denominators. Okay, like if you have a by b multiplied by c by d, it's going to be the product of the numerators, which is a multiplied by c, and product of the denominators, which is going to be c multiplied by b multiplied by d. It's very simple, children. See, suppose if you have to find the product of 3 by 5 multiplied by 7 by 11. Here my concern is not whether they are like fractions or not. I know the rule of multiplication is extremely simple. What am I going to do? I'm going to multiply the numerators and the denominators. Okay, so my answer is going to be 3 multiplied by 7. Okay, what is it going to be? It is going to be 3 multiplied by 7. Then, and in the denominator it's going to be 5 multiplied by 11. Okay, now 3 multiplied by 7 is 21, 5 multiplied by 11 is 55. This can't be solved further, so this is our answer. Okay, next, if I have 4 by 9 multiplied by 15 by 16, I'll multiply the numerators and the denominators. I'll get 4 multiplied by 15 upon 9 multiplied by 16. 4 multiplied by 15 gives us 60. 9 multiplied by 16 gives us 144. They both cancel out in the table of 12. So the answer would be 5 by 12. Children, I find this method a bit lengthy. So I prefer always cancelling out. See, how do I cancel out? I write the numbers 4 by 9 multiplied by 15 by 16. Children, if you can see, we when always remember the rule of cancelling out. Whenever you have to cancel out the numbers, always remember you first cancel the remember, children, whenever we cancel out, we cancel the numerator with the denominator. We can't cancel both the numerators or both the denominators. Now, children, if you see, 4 and 16 can be cancelled out. In 4's table, 16 comes 4 times. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cancel 4 and 16. In 4's table, 4 comes 1 times, and in 4's table, 16 comes 4 times. Similarly, if you see here 9 and 15, they both go in the table of 3. So I am going to cancel 9 and 3. I'll write 9 in the table of 3 comes 3 times and 15 comes 5 times. If I solve it now, 1 multiplied by 5 divided by 3 multiplied by 4 gives me 5 by 12. I find this kind of method really very simple because it's time saving and it doesn't involve much of calculations. Whereas here in this method, I will have to do lots of calculations and chances of mistakes are more. Now, suppose you have to multiply 2 by 5 multiplied by 15. Now, 15 is a whole number. It's not a fraction, but definitely it can be written as a form of fraction as 15 by 1. So what are we going to do? We are going to write product of fractions as product of numerators by product of denominators. Okay. Here I get 30 by 5, which is nothing but 6. But this becomes really difficult. So what I'll do, 2 by 5 multiplied by 15. Your 5 and 15 cancel out, and 5 stable, 15 comes 3 times. 2 multiplied by 3 gives us 6. Isn't the cancellation part much easier? Okay. Next we have 5 by 8 multiplied by 1000. I am going to write, by the rule of multiplication of fractions, product of fraction is equals to product of numerator by product of denominator. Then it would be, numerators are 5 and 1000, the denominators are 8 and 1. All right. Now 5000 by 8, if you divide 5000 by 8, you get 625. But as I said, instead of this traditional method, I prefer the cancelling method more on that. Okay, so I'll write it, 5 by 8 multiplied by 1000. In 8's table, 8 goes 1 time, 1000 goes 125 times. Children, you can see 1 times 8, 2 remains, 2 times 16, 4 remains, 4 and 0, 40, which is 5 times. 125 multiplied by 5 gives me 625. There are more examples for you. For example, in all these things, I have done the cancellation part because I like that more, and that's really very easy. If I have 3 by 5 multiplied by 1 by 3, 3 and 3 get cancelled. The answer is 1 by 5. Children, remember, we can only cancel out numerator, denominator, not two numerators and not two denominators. Next, I have 2 by 5 multiplied by 5 by 10. Many children do this mistake of cancelling out this 5 with this 10, which can't be done. Whenever you have to cancel out, always remember that one number should be in the numerator, another number should be in denominator. Alright, so what am I going to do? This 5 gets multiplied with this. This 5 gets cancelled out with this 5. 2 and 10 gets cancelled out in 2 stable 1 time, in 10 stable 2 stable 5 times. So my answer is 1 by 5. Similarly, if I have 2 by 5 multiplied by 9 by 10, don't do this mistake of cancelling out this 5 by 10. They both are in the denominator. In 2 stable 1 time, 5 times, the answer is 9 by 25. Always remember, for cancelling, one number should be in numerator, another should be in denominator. Now you see here, 2 stable 1 time, 2 stable 2 time. Okay, and again this 2 gets cancelled with this 2, so the answer is 1 by 3. Next I have 4 by 5 multiplied by 7 by 10. I'm repeating again and again, don't cancel out this 5 by 10, because in all these years I've seen so many children doing this mistake. Never ever go for it. What we will do, in 2 stable 4 comes 2 times, in 2 stable 10 comes 5 times. And again, now it is not possible to cancel, so 2 multiplied by 7 gives us 14, 5 multiplied by 5 gives us 25. The next question is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 by 5. 2 and 4, we can't cancel them. Nothing could be cancelled out. We'll simply write 2 multiplied by 4, 8. 3 multiplied by 5, 15. Okay. Now children, see here, one fraction is a mixed fraction, another one is a whole number. Whole number can be written as a fraction in the form of 12 by 1. First of all, we'll have to convert mixed fraction into an improper fraction by the rule of multiplication. Product of fractions is product of numerators into by product of denominators. Okay, 3 4 by 15, 15 multiplied by 2 gives us 30, 30 plus 4 gives us 34. So it would be 34 by 15 multiplied by 12 by 1. Either you solve it in this traditional manner or you prefer cancelling out. Okay, in 3's table, 15 comes 5 times, 12 comes 4 times. 34 multiplied by 4 gives us 136. 136 by 5. Children, as you can see, 136 by 5, numerator is greater than the denominator. Whenever in a fraction numerator is greater than the denominator, we call it as improper fraction. And as I told you in last class as well, you can't leave the answer just like that. You have to convert it into mixed fractions. So when I divide 136 by 5, 27 times 135, 1 is the remainder. We will write in the form of Q R by D. Alright children, never ever leave your answer in an improper fraction, otherwise your marks are going to get deducted. Next, again you have a mixed fraction, 3 1 by 8. 3 1 by 8 can be written as 8 multiplied by 3, 24 plus 1, 25 by 8. Okay, by the rule of multiplication, it would be 25 into 16 upon 8 into 1. It is a traditional method. I don't like it. I find it time consuming. What I'll do rather, I'll write it this way. In 8's table 1 time, 16 comes 2 times. So what again will I get? I will get 25 multiplied by 2, which is 50. Alright. Next question I have here, you have two fractions which are mixed fractions and you have to solve them. Okay. But first of all, we'll convert mixed fractions into improper fractions. 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. 21 plus 6 gives us 27. So that number would be 27 by 7. Similarly, 3 multiplied by 4 gives us 12. 12 plus 2 gives us 14. The number would be 14 by 3. Okay, you will multiply the numerators and the denominators. Either you follow this technique or you write them like this. Okay, children, in 7's table 7 comes 1 times, 14 comes 2 times. In 3's table 3 comes 1 time and 27 comes 9 times. We are left with 9 multiplied by 2, which is 18. Don't you think this type of method is more easy to solve? Okay, let's go with one more question. Here again, both the fractions given are mixed. First, we'll convert mixed fractions into improper fractions. Okay, 8 multiplied by 4 gives us 32. 32 plus 1 gives us 33. We'll get 33 by 8. 11 multiplied by 2 gives us 22. Plus 10 gives us 32 by 11. Okay, either you do it this way or you write like this. Children, you can see 33 and 11 can both be cancelled in the table of 11, 8 and 32 by the table of 8. In 8's table, 8 goes 1 times, 32 goes 4 times. In 11's table, 11 goes 1 times, 33 goes 3 times. What are we left with? 3 multiplied by 4, which is 12. Children, I have seen many of you struggle with cancelling a lot. You only need to know the tables of these basic numbers. If you are a pro in tables, if you're very good with tables, then nothing is going to be difficult. Moreover, it's always going to be very easy. All right, so I would suggest you practice your tables. Make sure that you remember the tables orally. And only one basic thing, that if you're cancelling out, you have to cancel the numbers on the numerators with the denominators. You cannot cancel out the numbers of the both in the denominators or both in the numerators. That's it. Nothing more needs to be done. And trust me, if you master this skill of cancelling, then your life is going to be very sorted, because in mathematics, many times in calculations, if you cancel out, your calculations will become really very simple. Now here children, you see we have multiplication of three fractions. What will we do? We will do the same thing. We will say that multiplication of fractions is multiplication of numerators upon multiplication of denominators. Okay, here you can see, what will I do? Children, see here, 44 and 33 both can be cancelled by the table of 11. 5 and 35 both can be cancelled by the table of 5. I will write 44 goes in the table of 11 4 times. 33 goes in the table of 11 3 times. In 5's table, 5 comes 1 times. In 5 table, 35 comes 7 times. Okay. Again, if you see children, this 2 and this 4 can be cancelled out. Okay, in 2 stable 1 times, in 2 stable 2 times. So we would be left with 1 multiplied by 3 in the numerator, 3 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 2 in the denominator. If you again see, this 3 and this 3 can be cancelled out. So basically we would be left with only 1 by 14. Okay children, please try to practice more of such questions because this is going to become very easy if you practice. One more question here. Again, three fractions are given to you. Instead of doing this way, I'll simply prefer writing them this way. Now children, 65 and 39 both are divisible by 13. Here you can see 28 and 56 both are divisible by 7. So what can I do? I can write in 13 table, 65 goes 5 times, 39 goes 3 times. In 7 table, 28 goes 4. So, or you can write 28 1 times and 56 2 times. Okay. Now children, moreover, you can solve in 5 table 1 time, 10 goes 2 time, this 2 and this 2 again cancel. 3 1 time, 9 time, all you're left with is 1 by 9. Alright. This is not 9, this is 1 by 9. Here again, three fractions are given to you and all these three fractions are mixed fractions. What will you do? You will first convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions. How do we convert? 7 multiplied by 1, 7 plus 4, which will become 11 by 7. The next one would be 22 multiplied by 1, which is 22, plus 13, which is 35 upon 22. The denominator remains same. And similarly, 15 multiplied by 115 plus 116, 16 by 15. What will I do? I'll simply write them in this form. Children, here you can see I can cancel 11 by 22, 7 and 35. 7 staple 1 time, 35 comes 5 times, 11 and 22 1 times and 2 times. If I again want to cancel out in 5 stable 1 time, 3 times, in 2 stable 1 time, 8 times. My answer would be 8 by 3. Children, 8 by 3 is an improper fraction because the numerator is greater than the denominator. Whenever the numerator is greater than the denominator, we have to convert it into mixed fraction. 8 divided by 3 and 8 3 stable 2 times 6, 2 is the remainder. So quotient R by D, it would be 2, 2 by 3. All right. One more question for you. Convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions. Write them this way. Try to cancel out children. 16 and 64, they go 1 and 4 times. 52 and 39 go in the table of 13. 7 and 14 go in the table of 7 and 49 and 7 stable 1 times, 49 times. We are left with 16. 7 into 4 into 4 divided by 3, which is 112 by 3. Again children, as you see here, the numerator is greater than the denominator. You will have to convert them into mixed fractions. Okay, children, try to practice more of such questions because the more you practice, the more you will master the art of multiplication. And I'm telling you, addition and subtraction, and still that you will have to check whether they are like fractions or not. If they are unlike fractions, you'll have to convert them into like fractions. But multiplication is extremely easy. Whenever you have multiplication, all you need to do is multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. And if you want to make it more easy, you can simply cancel out the numerators and the denominators if they are going in the same table. So all I want to request you is make yourself very at ease with all the tables. Make sure you know all the tables. You master the art of cancellation, and I'm telling you, the more you practice, the more easy cancelling will become for you. Because whenever larger numbers are involved, and if you cancel them out right there, the calculation becomes extremely easy. So I want you to practice more. If you have any doubt, you can reach to me. We'll continue with a few more questions of multiplications. I'll teach you what is the use of off. We'll do a few word problems and then our multiplication of fractions would be done. Please practice again and come back to me with any doubts. Thank you so much, children.